Just waiting for it to load. And then we'll get going. Okay, we are live. How's it going, everybody? It's Tuesday here in Japan. Just waiting to see myself. Am I going to pop up over here? Again, I'm still learning a lot about the live part. Okay. I don't know if you can see. Yep, you can see me right there. I look funny. Got my monster. We're all good. How's it going, everybody? It's another awesome day here in Japan. I currently have been moved shifts at work. I start work at 6 p.m. at night now, and it has caused a little bit of an issue when I wake up in the morning for me to get out and go. Well, I'm trying. I really am. Yeah, so I'm not sure exactly what I'll do in the morning, but I'll figure something out because most stuff doesn't open till 9, 10 o'clock. It still gives me 8 hours before I have to be at work, but yeah, it's been quite the change. It's only been like a day, so that's the other issue, right? So this morning I woke up and I was really lost. That guy's lost. I'm doing all right. Here's the thing. I'm on the gimbal on my tripod. You can see right here. Woo, look at that. Let's see. We'll go here real quick. This is my YouTube account with all you fun people. And look at that. 235. That's amazing. That's all you guys out there doing that. Super motivating. Look at that. And, number one video right now. We're looking at 2-bedroom apartment tour in Japan. Super popular. And yeah, we're doing pretty good. As you can see, I've been decorating my decorating my wall. Sorry if it sounds like I'm yelling. So I just got that when we went to the shrine temple up in Tokyo. I've had this one for a while, and what I did is because again I don't actually live here. This is for work. I hooked up a shower curtain rod, and then I just used buttons, with the metal prong through it, and I hung those up there. And that way I don't put any holes in the wall. I don't get in trouble for hanging anything up, and it looks really nice. Next thing you can see right here, we have a really cool statue I found. So I definitely picked one of those up. And then we zoom around. This is my computer where I do all my editing and everything. So this is my actual tower. I put it in my check bag. Right here we have my Matsumoto little display. We'll move over here. You can see all this paperwork right here. That's all packages I've sent off, including the winner of the April giveaway, the one where the Starbucks mug. There's a shipping issue. I don't know. I've been talking to the post office about that. My monument tower weight. This thing's so heavy. My Odawara castle. My big Buddha. Just, I like to collect things. It makes it nice. It kind of feels a little more like home since I'm here for such a long period of time. And then we will head to the balcony. This is weird to do the inside my own place. As you can see, it's a mess, right? I've been collecting up Kit Kats. Right now we got some of these cranberry. I stand by. Show you these. I found apple. And these are strawberry cheesecake flavored. I'm currently trying to figure out how you like a process or a program or something where I know you guys want those. As you can see, I have boxes of them all set up, ready to go. Those are to some family members and friends, but I know people would love to request them. We're gonna head outside now. It's supposed to rain today, starting at 4, and it's supposed to rain into tomorrow. Still loving it. Oh, it's actually sprinkling right now, just a little bit. Still love this view. Let's see if we still have signal. And we still, oh, nope. We're losing signal. Okay, we're learning. Okay. So if I stay by the door, we're good. Okay. This is scary. I'll bring you out here. Oh, that looks nice when the way it pans around like that. You know, I wasn't sure about getting a gimbal for, phone gimbal, okay. But now I kind of want to get one for my actual camera. Much smoother shots. Stuff like that. Okay. I also really like this DJI OM4. Unfortunately, I'm worried about like high speed or something, because if I were to grab it right now and just pull on it, it pops off because it's a magnetic connection, and I have plans to go to like Disney World and ride rides, and I don't want to break it. Woo. What's up, me? I'll put you right back here into my tripod holder. Oh, come on, we can do this. There we go. Okay. Let's see what's going on here. Right now, like I said, I'm currently working 6 p.m. to 2:30 a.m. local Japan time. And it's just going to be, I'm going to try to upload the best I can. It's already 11 o'clock here, which means I still have 7 hours to go before I go to work. But we're supposed to get some dumping rain, and I don't know where I put my camera, but I don't want to like ruin my camera. Hi everybody who's watching. I'm not gonna get down about it. I'm pretty excited though. Right, we're still in Japan. I got 30-ish days left, and I'm gonna do another Delta One Suites video. This time though, I'm gonna do a little better, or not better, I would say, but I'm going to do a quick rundown. Like, there won't be like a whole bunch of intro to everything. It's going to be like, I think I planned it out in my head. Walk up, or we'll check in, Delta Sky Party, kind of like go through the steps of what it's like to walk up and get that. Then I'll film like the food I got, movie selection, everything in it. Kind of like a real quick info about it. Not like mine where I traveled through and got the my family, and I can't wait to get back to my family. I miss my little girl. That she's just going crazy for me, and my son wants to arm wrestle me now, so really excited about that. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's super awesome to watch. Like, it's not just my channel, like you guys are the big part of the channel, right? Because what you guys recommend is what I like to go do. As you can see, I say a lot, and it's because I don't know what I'm going to do next. But then when somebody says, hey, I haven't been to the Kit Kat factory, that was another guy I worked with. He was like, I want to go to the Kit Kat factory. I didn't even know that was a thing. And it was a Kit Kat chocolatory. That's where we went and found that Kit Kat store. And he's also a subscriber to the channel. I said, yeah, let's go. And that's how I make a lot of my stuff. So there's a couple places in Shibuya. There's still Takashita Street in Harajuku. There's actually quite a bit that we can still do. I just been when you kind of hit like a block, like you don't know what to say. And also, like, I want to make, I wouldn't say better content, but I would like it to be more smooth. I feel a lot of times I'm rushing. And compared to like a year ago when I first started YouTube, I rushed a lot. Sorry, I keep looking over here because the comment section is in that box. Let's see what else is new. The prefecture of Osaka, where Osaka is talking about going back into a state of emergency. So there's most likely no chance in my next couple days here while I'm still here, we're going to Osaka. So sorry about that. I wanted to go to Kyoto, but Osaka and Kyoto are talking about going back into a state of emergency, so that's not going to be able to go down. We got, what's that place? Tokyo still has a lot of options to do. You know, there's still a lot to just see out in the streets. Again, my job would prefer me not to go indoors to like theme parks and stuff. Yes, we went live the other day, and yeah, we did go to the train station where Disney was, but we didn't get out of the train station. We just recaught the train and went back into Tokyo. Let's see, what as you can see, I really like this one. This one's one of my favorites. But I still have my, just a second. I got that Matsumoto, said I got it. This thing is so cool. It's gonna go in my garage when I work on my car. I don't know if you guys know, I have a series going called Project Right Hand Drive. It's a car I got while I was in the Army. And the guy always asked me what I plan on doing with it. And my plan was to rebuild it. I never did it for 10 years. And now I'm finally doing it. My wife was super awesome to go to FedEx and pick up all the parts that they wouldn't deliver to the house because nobody was there to sign for them. So, big shout out to Shells. My son would like to go back to Great Wolf Lodge. There's been a lot of requests to go back to Great Wolf Lodge, and I don't see why we shouldn't not go back to Great Wolf Lodge. So that should be coming out whenever I get home. And I'm still planning on Alaska. Alaska's still going in July. Or June into July. So we'll be actually in Alaska for the 4th of July, which will be interesting because we all know that, you know, it doesn't get really dark in the summertime in Alaska. And they're talking about we're going to go fishing and stuff like that. So definitely check those out. We're gonna do that. We're going to fish. I believe that's the plan, and just kind of have fun. So there may be, like I said, once I get home, there's going to be definitely a break in the amount of videos that are put out just because of work and travel. I do have a laptop now to edit videos on the go, but my wife tends to get a little irritated when I'm on the computer too long. You know, we're supposed to be on vacation. I'm like, no. So it looks like a helicopter blade. I just keep staring at it. It's for the gimbal that we're on right now. Let's see if we can use the camera to see the gimbal. I think this will work. And I don't think it's gonna work. Nope. It's just gonna Alright, we'll go out here. Yeah, here's that laptop I was talking about. It's an MSI 65 thin 95D. That's it right there. I edited one video on it once. Went really well. Edited about the same speed as my other one. Oh, I locked the door. You know, I am going to miss this view, though, from, like, my balcony. This is super awesome to have, like, as my view. It just means we're going to have to travel to other places to get views like this. There's always the ambulance in the background noise. So there's a hospital right up around this corner over here, so a lot of times at night you'll just hear ambulance noises. That's why I don't sleep in the room next to the window, because you can hear everything through it. Let's see, I'll show you the issue with Japan buildings. Whew. Most of these buildings have like gaps or air holes in them, and you can see how much that moves. So like anytime it's windy, you can definitely hear it. Let's see if we can zoom down here. Oh, where's the comments at? That's cool. I just love that. Alright, we'll head back inside now. It's surprisingly warm. It's 64 degrees today. As you can see, like I said, it's 11 a.m., 11:15 a.m. in Japan. If this doesn't, this is me getting ready to go home. Like, I'm already starting to pack boxes ready to go. Stuff getting thrown away. Some dishes need to be done. Camera needs to get put back here. All right. Who we got? Okay. Yeah. So, any questions or comments you guys have, please go ahead and leave them down below, or ever ask. I mean, I'm usually available to answer everything. If I can't answer, I'll look into it. But me and the wife plan on going to Vegas at some point this year. It's just not scheduled. We have Alaska, Vegas, surprise, we're going to Hawaii. We're going to Aulani. We're going to Disney World for Christmas, and then we're going to Disney World in October. Disney World in August. You know, we're just going to go to Disney World this year a lot. And then I think that's it for like locations, but like we have camping. We're going to go to the Oregon coast to go camping. That's the plan right now. Of course, you know, we got wildfire season, all that stuff coming up. So, not sure if that will get canceled or not. Then we have, what was it? There's something else. Great Wolf Lodge. Definitely want to go back there. There's just going to be a lot of extra stuff that we go do that I don't have planned. And that's usually how it is. It's usually like, hey, what are you doing today? Nothing. No work this weekend. All right, let's go. And we'll bring you along, of course. Glad you guys are all here and you guys will join us. I think I'm figuring out the YouTube live thing. I've actually found a new software thing on Amazon. We'll find it. It's Live View. It's a little expensive, and technically I can't use it until I hit YouTube's 1,000 subscriber requirement for going live, because it runs right off that. But here, I'm going to show you real quick. It's this system right here. It's called Live View Solo. And what it is it uses 2 different points for signal in and out. So you can have multiple bandwidths in and out. And then you can see here that they're running the camera through the HDMI cord, so they're running all the system information through there. And you can see, like, so she's live, they're running the signal through that, and then they're using a standard camera, which would be a lot cleaner than I think that, I don't know, because this camera's pretty clean, but I love that idea. Oh man, it's nice to Return of the Pokemaster is here, everybody. You haven't missed much. We were just talking about future trips, places to go, things to do, and so Alaska, Hawaii, Disney World, probably like 3 times this year. Vero Beach. Vero Beach is still by Disney World, and then Las Vegas with the wife. When we go to Hawaii, we're going to Aulani, which is a Disney resort, and then kind of just getting everything ready for the trip home, because I'm about 30-ish days away now. Hope. Hashtag shorts. Okay. I'm using Prism Live to run the phone, and then I'm using the what do you call this here? The YouTube Analytics here, Studios, to read comments and everything. So I'm using the front-facing camera on the phone because obviously It's a 40 megapixel camera. It's way better than the rear one. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, comments, ideas, I have plans here to do some more Shibuya based places. Takashita Street, which is in Harajuku. It's the famous street that full of people, has like characters and everything dressed up. Bringing the wife. Oh, that's so cool. Bringing the wife to Disney World for the first time. Yes, that's awesome. I try to tell people you can't do it all in one go. I've been to Disney World numerous times, and I don't know, Disney World's like one of my favorite places to go. And it's not just because it's like kid and all that, but like they really cater to the adults with the different foods, and then like rides. Tron coaster should be open by next year or something like that. Star Wars Hotel, obviously a big Star Wars fan. I'm like wearing a Millennium Falcon shirt right now. Oh, Shorts is your other channel. That's so cool. Yeah, I was talking about getting Kit Kat here. I'm gonna show you real quick since you just got here. We'll come out here. Getting you're on the gimbal right now. So I've been collecting up Kit Kats for packages to send home to people. You can see we got apple, that, whatever that one is. We got strawberry cheesecake. Let's see, we'll go over here. What else do we got? We got raspberry. We got wheat. Yeah, I've just been collecting them up, you know, and sending off those. I'm not exactly sure how to send those off to people. Like, you know, I always have people request, hey, you're in Japan, can you send me this or that? And I don't have like Venmo or PayPal or anything like that, so I'm not exactly sure. Okay, yeah. I definitely would say if you try to see it all, you're going to be rushing too much. The biggest thing about Disney World is just go with the idea that you're going to see a lot, and then you're going to realize, like, right after you leave, you haven't seen any of it. Because I've been there, let's see, I've been to Epcot 20 plus times, just Epcot alone, and the last time we went was me and my wife right before I came here, and we, for the first time, rode Mission Space, which, surprise, is a horrible, great ride. I felt like horrible after that. And it's hard to explain, but it simulates like you're taking off into space, like a space shuttle launch, and you feel it, like the gravity hits you, and yeah, that was a whole experience in itself. Let's see if I'll turn this one. Nope, that way. Let's see, yeah. Yeah, and also there's so much that's changed. So if you haven't been there since 2006, we're talking Star Wars Land, Toy Story Land, the gondolas. So the biggest thing I like to do when I go to Disney World, I try to tell people, is you don't have to be at the park every day. One of the days, actually, we have a video called Park Hopping, where we parked at Hollywood Studios. Again, I have an annual pass, so the parking was free. We got on the gondola, we rode it around, and we just went to Caribbean Beach, and you know, we checked out the resorts, or we parked at Magic Kingdom, took the monorail around, got on a friendship boat, that's what they're called, and then went over to the Copper Creek Resort. I can't remember the exact name of the resort, Port Wilderness or something like that. And then we went inside and had a bison burger, rode the boat back, and then we rode the friendship boat again, and then we rode the ferry back from Magic Kingdom. And that's all part of the park included. You don't have to pay to go do each individual item. I look a little stretched in this photo. It's probably because the camera's on widescreen again. Let's see. Like I said, I'm on a different shift at work now, so this is my no. So going live is going to be a lot more easy, just because I'm now don't start work till 6 p.m. local time, Japan time. So that means if I get up early, which might be a little, like something I have to start doing, like so I get off at 2:30, 8:30. As long as I'm out by 10, I think I can make it work. And then we'll be out from like 10 to like 5, then I have an hour to get back to work. I've pretty much been going the whole last month. If you guys kind of notice, I'm very, very consistent on trying to get a video out almost every day. And then last night into today, I've switched shifts and I'm no longer getting off work and going out. I'm now we're getting off work, and it's first. None of the trains don't start running till like 5 something in the morning. So. Viewers. Let's see. Other side note, real quick, we did hit 235 subscribers. That's all of you out there. That's amazing. As you can see, we've had a ridiculous amount of growth from March 23rd to now. So in what 20 about 20ish days, we went up 43. And that's amazing. That's all you guys. That's not a lot to do with me, right? Because you guys are the ones who come to the channel, watch the videos, and determine that you want to watch this really ridiculous looking guy make more videos. Okay. I'm not sponsored by Monster, all the way. I've just been drinking it since 2007, when I was in California for a couple months when I lived there. Then I've just been drinking it since. I've tried the other Monsters. I've tried Rockstar, NOS, Energy, all that stuff. But no, I don't have any sponsors of any type. Okay, concurrent viewers. That's doing great. Oh, I was talking about going live, and I was showing. Nope, that's not it. This is it. I was showing this super awesome thing I just learned about. It's called Live View Solo, and it's. Let's get away from that. There we go. And what it is, it's a little camera pack, or not camera pack. It's a Wi-Fi signal booster, or I'm not saying it correctly. Either way, this little oh, go away, honey. This little program right here runs your signal. Yeah, it's 2 bandwidths worth of signal, and then you run an HDMI cord up to your camera, and there you go. You are running, yeah, see, Wi-Fi, internet, or 2 cellular signals fully bonded. That way, when I'm live, like right now, obviously it looks really good because I'm on Wi-Fi. But let's say we go to Vegas, Disney World, something like that. I could really take. What is this, Hero 9? Hero 9, put it on my backpack strap, run that little HDMI cord up to, where'd it go? Well, it's somewhere around here. I have these media mods, right? So it has a plug in the back so you don't have to worry about the battery falling out. Put the media on, put it on my backpack like that, walk around, and there you go. As long as it's connected, we have reliable signal to be able to. You will be in Vegas. I will not be in Vegas in May. I don't even come home until May. So, no, I won't be in Vegas. We're looking at June, July time frame. Somewhere in there, probably just going to go for a day. When we go to Vegas, we usually only go for like 24 hours. Maybe 2 days, and that's even pushing it. But we have like a hotel we like to stay at. It's a Hilton called the Alara. It's not Aria. Oh, that's my wife. She is tired. Well, she is taking care of 2 kids. We stay at the Alara, not the Aria. And it's a Hilton property right behind Planet Hollywood. And it is amazing. I love that place. The 1-bedroom suite there is awesome. And we'll be doing that. God, I feel like in the future. Let's see, Vegas, May. Also, I've been loving all the comments you guys been like leaving on the videos and everything. That's super cool. I'm glad you guys are interacting. Again, always feel free to throw in recommendations and stuff. If I can't do them because of, say, work restrictions or whatever, I'll let you know. But coming up, we got the Ramen Museum is opening back up on Saturday this week. So we went to Cup Noodle Museum, and you know, obviously we all know what that is. But now we're gonna have the Ramen Museum, and I'll probably do that Monday just so that it's not a weekend, because I know first day's open, it's gonna be packed. And then I can go in the morning because, well, I'm free in the morning. Then we'll be going to Inoshima Aquarium. I've always wanted to go there. Again, there's a lot of places I always wanted to go in Japan. I just didn't. So we've done a lot of those this trip. And then go to Harajuku, Shibuya. There's like the Shibuya Skylab or what, club or something like that. It's on top of a building, and it's just glass paneling around it, like you're on the edge of the building. It's just straight off. And I want to do that on the weekend because I want to be there. You know, I like that sunset. Hopefully it's nice weather this weekend. We'll do it this one. Let's see, you got...
For sure, love the different places around.
Yeah, I've been... feel like I'm struggling with the area locally. Not because... So I went to the beach out there in Niigata, and I went to Nagano and everything. And after going out there, I definitely feel like I have a block now. Like, nothing... I went to Yokohama the other day, and I just felt like I don't want to be here. And it's not that I didn't want to be there. I've been to Yokohama, I don't know, 20, 30 times on this trip alone. And then you go out there and you see all those amazing places, and it's just kind of like I haven't seen Japan now, and now I want to go see it, but all those places are far. And I think when I took the train to Nagano, that was $100 one way. The Niigata one, and that was $100 from here. Now the one I went to Niigata, that was 10,750 yen one way from Tokyo. That's not counting what I had to pay from here to go up there. So, and then, yeah, just I want to do more. I always want to do more. That's why I'm looking into the U Live pack so we can go live more. No, I've not been to Okinawa. That would, I mean, honestly, if there's anywhere in Japan I want to go, it's Hiroshima. And it's not, like, as a kid growing up, I always thought nuclear technology was very interesting. And the fact that I live in Washington State, where a lot of the original technology started, I always found that interesting. And then, of course, Japan being the birthplace of the atomic age, I've always wanted to go down there and, you know, see, because, you know, you hear nothing but bad things, but then the Japanese went through it. It didn't, you know, it was bad, but they rebuilt and they live there every day. So I'm just kind of curious to go see like the museum and all that stuff. Yeah, see, I don't want to just go down there, like, if I have only a day off, I don't want to take the train down, get there, only have a couple hours, be like, okay, rush through it all. That's one of those places where, like, I feel like I'm going to be there for at least a day. Or at least half of a full day. And that's awesome. I'm so glad you got to go there. I cannot wait to go. So, I think if I go there, I want to be in Japan on vacation, or if I come back for work, I will be like a 3-day weekend or something. Maybe I'll get like 3 days off. Okinawa is very interesting. I mean, I'm a big World War II. Like, I watch all kind of history things about World War II and all that, and not just like the German side, Japanese side, Italy, you know, Mussolini, all that stuff. I watch a lot into World War II history. So when I was able to go to like some of these islands and locations where things were affected. That's why Matsumoto Castle was so cool to me because it's one of the few places that were not affected during World War II. So like Matsumoto Castle is original, or Osaka Castle and Hiroshima Castle and all those are all rebuilds because, well, due to war there was a lot of damage. Kyoto, definitely want to go to Kyoto. Oh my gosh, that pagoda and the town with the walkway, that Kyoto would be amazing. Again, Kyoto and Osaka are going into a state of emergency again, so me getting the authorization to go down there. Most stuff usually when they go into state of emergency is closed anyways. So, but Kyoto definitely. If I go down to Hiroshima, my plan is to go there, and then take the bullet train back. So like it would be Friday night, go down there, sleep, wake up in the morning, do that, then go up to Osaka, spend half a day in Osaka, then go to Kyoto, and then come back. Yes, and I love pagodas. I don't know why. It's just like a childhood thing where I saw a little firework that popped up pagoda, and then I looked into them, and I've never seen a pagoda where I'm like, that's not the most beautiful thing you've ever seen. Let's see. I broke my chair. Yeah. I was sitting in it, and then I think I left a bolt somewhere around here. And the bolt just snapped. It scared me. Oh, here it is. Yep, it just sheared right off. And then I don't know where the other one went. And I think one more thing. We're gonna go to. What is it? We want to go to Dollywood. Excuse me. Dollywood was like me and my wife's original plan for November. We changed it to Hawaii, but Dollywood and Hershey, Pennsylvania, for Hershey Park. But we think we're gonna wait until more of this, because Pennsylvania requires negative tests to fly there, and then Tennessee. I feel like I need to do more research instead of just going to Dollywood and flying home. Like maybe we can hit up a couple other items too. I do a lot of like get on there, look things up. So like when I looked at going to Shibuya, right? I just looked at Shibuya Scramble Square. Never thought about like looking outside of that, like a couple blocks, to the Sky Tower where it has that observation deck, or the big park with the really nice temple there, and the fact that Harajuku's Takashita Street. I really need to like get back on my maps. I heard Hershey is still. Yeah, a lot of Pennsylvania is still shut down. I've been to Hershey Park before. That's the reason why we want to go back. It was such a good time. I would say it's almost my favorite park in the United States that I've been to. Because I've been to Cedar Point. I've been to, obviously, Disney World, Disneyland, Six Flags, Magic Mountain down in California, Six Flags, Wild Waves, which is where I used to work. That's a whole nother story we'll do another day. That's actually where I met my wife, is at Wild Waves theme park in Washington. We just tend to do a lot of traveling, and we've never documented anything like this before. And we always watch YouTube, and this is the reason why I started YouTube, is because my son, he goes, Dad, we go everywhere that people talk about. Why don't we make videos? And that's why we're here. Oh, let's see. I heard Hershey Park is still closed. Yep, still closed. Sure. What is that? Okay. Wow, it's crazy when you go live. Like this kind of flies by. Like I didn't realize it's already been like 40 minutes. Like when I was walking around the other day, when we went live from Diver City, and then we walked over to the Olympic rings and all that stuff. It did not feel like 2.5 hours. Like that flew by, and I enjoy it. I enjoy it, like, because you can be like, hey, what's that over there? Let's see something. Analytics, content. That's moving now. Okay, check this out. This is what I see when you guys. This is my channel, analytics. Let's see if we can focus this up. You can see like it looks very busy, and we got stuff being watched all over the place. Oh, there's us right now, and then DVC, Alani, Seattle, Japan, which is my Delta One Suites video, and then the my two bedroom apartment in Japan. Very popular right now. I'm assuming it's because people are moving here or something. It's just like every Thursday before the flights out of Japan for Friday, like it gets watched a lot, and I just assume that it's because everybody's getting ready to fly home. And you can kind of see a pattern. Oh. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, everything's back to normal. Either way, anybody got any questions, comments? Hey, you could do better. Like, I'm okay. One guy actually ripped into one of my videos pretty good. He was like, "This is horrible, very amateur." And since it was one of my, I don't know, maybe like 7th, 8th video I ever made, I literally got on there. I was like, I can't agree with you more. Like, I have no issues with people being like, you need to do better. Actually, the worst person about that's my wife. She's super mean. She told me that I need to stop saying beautiful so much in my videos. So she wants the word majestic used. So thank you for joining me on this majestic day. Let's see. Never got to use this on this trip. I had plans to like pan things, and I did not get to that. I have a lot of camera gear that I didn't use that I brought. Like this suction cup. For my GoPro, I did use this on the bullet train for the time lapse on the first time I rode the Shinkansen. Says look, it's looking good. Okay. One of my favorite things about like YouTube is the other people. They always tag like what equipment they're using and everything, and that was how I was able to find out about the live view stream. And now we're gonna look into that, and that's pretty much what I do when I'm gone from home for months at a time. I just constantly research new technology, new cameras, new gear, how to trade stocks. Every time I come to Japan, I've learned something new. Talk about Disney World real quick. When we go to Disney World in December, we stayed with a company called Verbo. Now, this is the first time I've ever done this. I've never done Verbo. So if you guys have, how do you? If you guys ever done Verbo, I'd be very interested in because we paid for it up front, right? Verbo, 2 weeks of a house, and I've never done that. I've always stayed at like a Hilton or something. Oh, Danny. The great Danny, everybody. One of my original first subscribers in the channel. He, so I would have to say the beach in Niigata is much nicer than the beach over here, but I have the same problem all across Japan, is that there's a lot of rope, nets, and trash. Like, more, like, you know how we always kind of see some trash wash ashore back home and, Washington State on the beach? It's kind of everywhere here. You always see, like, in my time lapse, if you look closely, right in the front of the camera, there's literally a big bundle of rope. And then over to the side where all the rocks were, there was a bunch of fishing net. And then there was just, like, underneath all the sand, as the tides change, there was just bottles underneath the sand. Besides that, though, the beaches are pretty nice. Definitely cold water. Feels like Washington back home. But the views at the beach are definitely worth it, right? You can go to the beach here, watch the sunset, and then you can go to the beach here to watch the sunrise, and then go on to the Sea of Japan to watch the sunset. That was just one rope. I found so much more debris as I walked around, so I left the time lapse running. Again, this is Japan. I've gone to Landmark Tower, left the camera, did time lapse, and I walked around the whole building, came back, my camera was there. I had no concerns about anybody taking it. But I left the camera there and I started walking along the beach, and just I didn't want to film it because I didn't want to like put a negative note on it, but there is so much stuff in the water that it's kind of like crazy, like more than I was ever expecting. And it makes back home look really clean. The Shinkansen. Let's cover that real quick. We got a moment. The Shinkansen train is probably the best train I've ever ridden in Japan. Like, it's not even just about the relaxation of the seat, but like the ride. It's smooth. It's quiet. You know, I'll put my headphones in. The jingle when you get on the train is completely different. Like the Shinkansen, if you get to Japan, I'm so mad at myself because I've been here 3 times and this is my first time riding it with like 30 days left here in Japan. There's bathrooms, there's bento boxes at the train station, there's food, or drink. There's nobody on the train. I had my like whole section to myself. They recline really nicely, and then I have power outlets on there, which is good because the camera I have, again, I don't know where I put it, tends to die off real quick. The batteries are really tiny, and yeah, that was a bummer. I killed the battery. Luckily for me, I was able to charge it on the ride up. My camera turned on in my bag, and that killed the battery. So luckily for me, I carry a spare battery and a battery backup. What other sweet, super cool questions you guys got? I'm here for whatever you guys want to know. No, I have not gone into a 7-Eleven or 7 & I here in Japan and done a video, mainly because, again, not everybody's cool with the camera. I was in Yokohama the other day, walking across the street, and a Japanese guy ran up to me and just kept like throwing his hands like this, and I was like, what's going on? And it wasn't like I was recording or anything, but he didn't want me to have the camera near all the kids. So, again, guest here. I'm not going to argue with them. I said, okay. So I just stood on the other side of the street and waited till the lights go again. You're a little late to the stream, but don't worry about it. Let's just go back outside real quick and show you guys what's going on with the weather and the reason why we're not out today. Also, I keep mentioning this. Been working on those Kit Kats. You know, you got the different varieties here. We got strawberry cheesecake. Oh, what's going on with the gimbal? It's all over the place. Okay, I can do this. I can do this. Yeah, I'll just pick them up. How about that? There's your strawberry cheesecake. We got apple. I forgot to Google Translate this one. Not exactly sure what this is. We got cranberry. See, sometimes it's in English up there in the corner. Raspberry. Ooh, that's a horrible lighting. We got raspberry. We got orange covered in chocolate. And yeah, that's about it for Kit Kats. Of course, you have your standard. What is going on with this thing? I think I made it mad. There it goes. Of course, we got orange with chocolate, which is one of the newest ones I've seen out here. You can see the weather is rapid. From the beginning of this video, we had sunlight. Now we're moving in with the clouds and the rain. So, also, I've been switched shifts. I'm now swing shift here. So I work at 6 p.m. at night to 2:30 a.m. This whole time I've been here, I've been working 5:30 a.m. to about 2. So my schedule of making videos and everything might change a little bit, but I'm still going to get out there. There we go. I'm currently on the 10th floor of my building. Sorry if the signal kind of went spotty there. I just love this view. I am going to miss this. Just having this as my like, oh, I'm just going to go outside. But you can see like over here, we did have the sun, and yeah, it's moving in. All right, we'll head back inside. There we go. Okay, I think I messed up the motor or something. It's all irritated with me now. This is my new laptop here that I'm going to be using for editing while we are gone. Because, like I said, we're going to Alaska, Vegas, Disney World multiple times, and what is the other one? Hawaii. I just booked that one up. Oh, look at all those comments. I'm sorry. So the comments when I have my computer on will not load to the phone for some reason. Again, still doing research on that. No, I'm not chugging the Monster. Just for you, Dustin. Whoa, that was bad. My eyes are watering now. What's your family? What? Besides your family, what do you miss most about home? Honestly, the most I miss about home is my car. It sounds horrible. My car. Of course, I miss the family and everything, but that car has been like, you know, part of. I got it a year after I got married, and it's been part of pretty much me and my wife's whole marriage, and you know, getting all the parts shipped home and get ready to rebuild it. I miss that. I know y'all don't think I can put it back together. I love that part. I'll put it back together. Might have to use some YouTube videos because I haven't touched it in so long. I would say the only other thing I really miss about home is I was just talking to somebody the other day about this. We had all kinds of things, but I think it's just the ability to do more, right? So while we're here, we're under pretty strict requirements, like what we can and can't do. Like technically, I can't go into a restaurant unless it has dividers up, which is okay and everything. But like, I just miss being able to like, hey, I'm gonna go to the airport, take a weekend, go somewhere, and then come back. And then, you know, there's no question. Like here, I gotta get approval. So yeah, I just miss traveling. Let's see. You've been here. How long have you been here? Okay, so Cha Cha Real Smooth. Love the name, by the way. Oh yeah. You seem to travel wait, how long have you been there? So I've been here. It's on this phone actually. Today is day 30. 149 days I've been in Japan. It has been. It feels like I live here now. So it's definitely been a while. Seem to travel a lot. How long you been there? Yep. Okay, so did Kirsten make? No. Danny, no, he did not. He did that out of his own, and we thought it was a bet, and he was like, "Nah, I just want to do it." So because you know normally he's just bald headed, so he decided to do that on his own. That was on him. Then we recommended him change the color to like a silver, and then he didn't. He said he wasn't going to do it, and then one day he just showed up and he did it. Okay, next one. I do seem to travel a lot, and I think that's just because of me and my childhood growing up. I never got to travel. Like my idea of a big travel was like going from Tacoma, Washington to Seattle, Washington. So when I got old enough, I met this girl who is now my wife. And she was like, let's go somewhere. And our first vacation together, not even like, I'm trying to remember, like 2006, our first vacation together wasn't like anything simple. We drove all the way down to California to go to Magic Mountain for the day and then drove back. And then not even like 2 months later, we went to Hawaii together. And that's pretty much where we've been. We just constantly keep traveling. And I think that's, you know, everybody has their thing, right? Some people have a house, some people have vehicles, you know, everybody has their thing they're into. And for us, it's traveling. Where are we at? Here we are. Yes, I am super excited to get home and do Project Right Hand Drive update. I definitely know I'm going to edit those better. I feel like a lot of those videos was me just messing around and trying to make content, and it was boring. I'm sorry. I mean, not all of it is boring. I was using a lot of those long length videos to really map out stuff, so in the future, in case I didn't work on it for long periods of time, I knew where things went, because I haven't touched it in 149 days, so yeah, I definitely don't know where most of that stuff goes. Next thing. We are waiting for the car to be done. I would love the car to be done. I don't even have paint for it yet. I still got to do all that. Oh, I shouldn't have chugged that. There we go. The motor's pretty much done, as in like parts. I just got to get some bearings, a head gasket, and a couple of here's and there's. The motor part, I need to tear the transmission open, go through it, make sure it's clean. If I need, I'm probably going to buy a whole new synchro set for it, and then rebuild the transmission just because. And then just because we're going to put a lot of torque, we're talking like, we're not really going to go up in horsepower, but we are definitely going to go up in torque, and you know, transmission's the one that's going to hold all the power to the ground. And then we need to paint it and put it all back together, and then somehow upholster the seats because those are pretty bad. Okay. Sorry. Have you been getting some? Yes, I have. I've got brand new cams, new parts for the car, cams, springs, valve springs, retainers. What's the other word? I got new valves. I mean, I'm rebuilding. The only things that are going to be original on those blocks is the block and the head, because even the sleeves inside the block are new. Like, I got Darton sleeves, so I've been doing a lot to get it to where, yeah, it's going to be fun. And then we're going to take it on a road trip once it's all broken and everything. I'm going to call it To the World and Back, and it's pretty much just going to be like a 7-day road trip, or 9-day road trip. It'll be 3 days of driving to Florida and 3 days back, plus going to Disney World. Let's see. Yeah, I tried to do an Up Garage video, and I literally have it on this computer. I went to Up Garage, and I hated it, and I never uploaded it because I just sounded like, this is art, this is brakes, this is bumpers. And it was really boring, and I was like, I can't put that up. That's just dumb. So I'm going to try to do another one again. There's actually a lot of videos I've made where I haven't uploaded them because I'm just like, geez, like, I just sound like a drone. Thanks. Whoa, this is why. Oh, that's cool. I'm glad you love the story time. Return of the Pokemaster has been super helpful with the channel, everybody. He is the reason why we found the Prism Live app. He told me to start looking into it. That's how we were live on a phone and not using the computer, because technically YouTube has a policy where you have to use a computer till you get 1,000 subscribers. So with some research and development, we are here. Next thing. Who loves red bridges and maps? I love red. Like, the red they use on their bridges and everything here is like, I'm gonna pull this Kleenex box out. Right? That's red. Looks pinkish, whatever, right? But those red bridges, and they're like, it's just like a gray background with a bright red bridge. Like, how do you not love that? That's my, yeah. I don't want to get into that. Maps. I love maps because if you ever just get on Google Maps, right, we put in Tokyo, and you get out here, and this happens to a lot of people who come to Japan. They get out here, and they're walking around, and they've been on their phone so much, and the GPS is constantly running, the phone dies. And what's the number one thing you don't want to do when you're in Japan? You lose your phone signal, because, yeah, Google Maps is like your go-to to get around. So I know that if I'm at Imperial Palace, and I see Tokyo Tower, I know Tokyo Tower is south from Imperial Palace, and I can get from there, and I know to the east of Tokyo Tower is the KQ line. These are things that I look at. I just love maps. It was one of my favorite parts of all of my military time was map courses, and yeah, you just have to read maps. I love maps. Let's see. Revision maps. What is the statues of Disneyland Tokyo? If you mentioned this, what is the status? Oh, Disneyland Tokyo is under a reservation program right now. So for me to work, I am not allowed to go to Disney Tokyo. But the status of Disney Tokyo, you actually have to submit or buy your pass in the advance. And for weekends, it's like a lottery. So Wednesday, tomorrow, if you want to go, say Saturday or Sunday, you will submit your name with a credit card number, and then if you are selected and win the lottery, you will get either 10 a.m. or 2 a.m. arrival time to go to Disney that day. Their restrictions and their COVID policies and everything are they're better than most places around Japan. So the fact that we're not allowed to go to a place that has better restrictions than most of Japan doesn't make sense to me, but I'm not in charge, right? I'm just here. I love maps. I like maps because when you look at a map, you don't look at a map and be like, oh yeah, there's a map. Like you always like, I wonder what's here. And that's one of my favorite things about Google Earth. If you guys ever use Google Earth, you can pick a random location. It says, take me there or something like that. And it'll pick a random location around the world. And it'll show you like a random. It's really cool. I thought that was a cool feature they had. That's why you bring a portable charge. Yeah, bring a portable charge. I actually have this one. It's an iHome. It's a 10,000, and then I have another one in there, another 10,000. This one only has a single port. The iHome, or the one I have out there, has a double port. They're both 10,000s. I carry both of them. One for the phone, two for the camera, and anything else I bring with me, like the GoPros. All right. Keep up the video at the end. Yeah, I'm trying to keep up with the videos. Like I said, I got the Ramen Museum coming up. I got some more Shibuya locations that I didn't even know about, that I walked around like multiple times. There's a couple more temples I want to go to. Try to knock those out in the morning. And then, depending on restrictions, because, the case is rising in Japan, we'll see what else we can do before the trip is over. What was the best ham and pineapple pizza you have ever had there? Oh, that is a hard one because most places do not carry pineapple at the pizza restaurants. We went to Piacere, Voss and all them, and we did that video. They don't have pineapple there, but they have pineapple juice. So, a good substitute, right? I don't know, you gotta be careful, because you might end up with like a mayonnaise or mustard pizza here if you're not careful. I definitely ran into some questionable foods, like the cow tongue the other night. Like, they pointed at a cow, and they said, and they pointed at their mask, like, eat. And I was like, yeah, I would love some steak. And then they're like, oh, and then they literally brought out a little plate, like this, and they set it on the counter, and it wasn't like, like a cooked cow tongue or anything. Like, it looked like it was straight chopped and placed right on top. And I was like, oh, I think I'm going to be good on this one. And then I went to Sizieri or whatever that name is. But most pizza around here is ran by Italian-based, like Italians, I guess you would say. The Bismarck that Voss had with the egg in it, that was a whole new experience. Man, I've never seen an egg like that. Let's see, what else? This is why I mentioned you. Let me tell you, like, Atami Castle and Atami. It's funny. Atami Castle and Atami. That still is like one of the places in all of Japan that sticks out to me. Out of this whole trip, don't get me wrong, going to Nagata, watching the sunset, that was a beautiful moment. going to the snow monkeys. That was crazy. I can't believe the monkey pushed me, but you know, like I was in his space. But I would have to say Atomic Castle. Like, you take the cable car up, and that city in the background. So I've always wanted to go to a place like, you know, Greece or something like that, you know, where you go to those towns and like the whole village is on the hillside and everything. And that's probably as close as I've gotten to it so far. And I don't know, I want to experience that in person. Hopefully one day. I know my wife does a lot. But she likes anything involving a warm beach. So her and Danny get along really well. And that's why we're going to Hawaii in November, because she said Hawaii is open. And I said, okay. We'll be staying at Alani, which is the Disney resort. We are DVC members. That's the reason why we stay there. If you don't know what DVC is, it's like a timeshare through Disney, except you can pick whenever you want to go. So I would say Atomic Castle is probably the best experience. On top of that, the history inside the actual castle itself, and yeah, just watching that boat come from the little island out in the distance, and then that sunset. That's the one spot out of all of Japan this trip that stuck out the most. Oh my god, I keep forgetting to do that. So, let me tell you about the Carl's Jr. I'm sorry, I totally missed that. And I love Carl's Jr. If y'all haven't figured out, I go out of my way for some Carl's Jr. I went to the Carl's Jr. at the border of Mexico, right where the border is, and I've been to Carl's Jr. in Japan. And yes, I know the East Coast is Hardee's, but Carl's Jr. in Japan uses Australian beef from Australia, and it is, I don't even like Wagyu anymore. Like Wagyu, you know, Wagyu beef in Japan is pretty popular. I will buy and go out of my way to go buy some Australian Angus beef. Like, that stuff is amazing. I don't know, and I'm not just talking about Carl's Jr. I'm talking about in town too. They sell it in town. The Australian beef blows all that away. I don't know if they like hug their cows every day or what's going on, but that stuff is amazing. The Carl's Jr. I should definitely, like, this is Carl's Jr. because the prices here would kind of blow your mind. Like, a double Angus is like $15. A single Western, just a single Western, is 10,080 yen. So about $10 for a Western. That's no fries, no drink, just the burger alone. What other questions or comments you guys have about Japan? See, I don't always film everything sometimes. Like, there's a lot of places we go where we just don't. That's also due to, like, again, Japan has a lot of rules on cameras and places you can't go. I feel like I was stretching it when I went to the capsule hotel. When I went to the bathroom, there was nobody in the bathroom, and like I said, there was only a couple people in the building, but I wasn't sure if I was allowed to, but we just rolled with it. Yeah, it's a little spendy, but I tell you right now, it's the way they season it and the fact that it's like that Angus from Australia. Like, it doesn't taste anything like Carl's Jr. back home, for sure. It's seasoned completely different. It tastes way better. I even like mentioned that to Carl's Jr. on Instagram. I was like, that was amazing. You guys need to make this happen back home. Let's see what's going on in the world. All right, we got... Okay. What other questions you guys got about Japan? Now, 7-Eleven, as famous as it is over here, I tend not to eat there like everybody else. And it's not that it's not good. It adds up real quick. I think, like, the little beef bowl. So there's a place on Blue Street over here. Again, Blue Street video coming out eventually. I deleted that one. I sound like a bumbling idiot the whole time. And then all the buses in the background kept making so much noise that it was hard to, like, do. So I'll do another one. Heck, we might even walk it live just for fun. But Blue Street here is like the main street of Japan for Yokosuka area. That's where all the shops are. 24-hour chicken. I'll explain that more later. All those places are right there. So when I was in Blue Street, man, I just lost all the train of thought here. Woo! Blue Street's awesome. We'll get to that later. Let's see, what's the other thing we were doing recently? We were going to go to... What was that? When are you coming home? So, if today is day 149, let's just say I'm here for more than 180 days. And then when I get home, we all, per CDC guidelines and all that good stuff, there are requirements for me to not come back to work or anything for at least a week. If you all are wondering, yes, they are administrating the shots here, and I have gotten one. They kind of just walked in and was like, hey, we're handing them out. And I was like, was it a Friday? I was like, it's Friday, why not? Okay, so this is, about 180 something days I'll be home. Next question. Ken Kessler, everybody. The greatest pilot I've ever met. He was my, most of you know, I tried to go to flight school and I just never finished. That's what she said. I will get back to flight school, I swear. It's just one of those things where, like, every time I get going, I almost finished ground school, and then my daughter was born a month earlier. And then the last time I was finishing school, either way, best coffee machines, I would say coffee. I don't drink coffee. I've never drank coffee, actually, ever in my life. So, but I do say Boss Coffee is the best smelling coffee. The Boss, the one that Tommy Lee Jones used to sponsor out here. Boss Coffee is the only one where I can actually okay, it smells decent. So I would say Boss Coffee if I was to pick one. Boss Coffee. Out of the vending machine, the little can has Boss on it, dude's face. Love that one. Favorite restaurant here? I'd have to say it's still that yakitori place called Hisago. Hisago. Went there with a couple friends one night. We were there for 3 hours, and I tell you right now, I don't tend to sit anywhere for more than an hour, and Hisago was amazing. And then we went back recently with another group of people, and it was still great. We bought up all the quail eggs, because they do the quail eggs wrapped in bacon. So good. So I would love to do more videos of like finish my flight school, go flying, take people, go get the $200 cheeseburger. Ken knows what I'm talking about. Go down to the beach for the day, come back. That's something I've always wanted to do. And I just feel like the last 4 years, what's going on 5 years now, every time I get close to doing it or something, I stop myself. I can't blame anybody or anything. It's me. It's got to be me, all right? The only person to stop yourself is yourself. So I want to get back into it. I got to finish ground school. I was literally one test away from doing my FAA written. And then my daughter came out on the day after Thanksgiving. And crazy thing, on the 30th of November was my actual written, or not written, but my second written to go do my FAA written. And I'm not mad at her. Don't get me wrong. It's not her fault, right? She doesn't have any control of that. But I just feel like every time I get there, something came up. Yeah. Love watching Jan. All right, man, Danny. It's so nice. Yeah, I know it's getting a little late back home. It's 8 o'clock in the Washington area. Have a good night. I'm having the time, but at the same time, I am using up all my time. I don't... Today, obviously, we're sitting indoors in my room, which is different. I don't tend to do that. I usually am out, but there is a forecast for some serious rain coming. which I carry my paperwork, my passport, my cameras, and whatever, and then myself, right? And I don't want to get sick. That would be the worst thing to happen here. Is if I haven't been sick the whole time I've been here, and it would be horrible. It's like, yeah, I can't come into work because I'm sick. Due to the current global situation, that would not look good. They would be like, well, go get tested. And I'm like, oh no, I was just walking in the rain. So, but yes, I try to do as much as I can.
What you got next? What's your favorite place you've traveled to on? Favorite place?
Ooh. Man, that's a good one. Favorite? Oh man, we gotta pull this up. Now I gotta kind of look. I never thought about it. Favorite place to travel to on the channel? There's a lot of channel here. I mean, I would prefer to do a lot more Disney videos, but at the same time, I kind of want to go other places. There's a lot of videos. Hold on, let's see. Travel. Let's expand this. Well, we'll make this one easier. So my son's favorite place, and my favorite place to take my son is to take him to Hawaii. It's like his Disney World. Like, mind blown. Like, it's the best day of his life. And then it's funny because when we get there, he just wants to sleep a lot. But he's on vacation mode. Real quick, any plans to visit Kyoto? Unfortunately, Kyoto is looking like it's going back under a state of emergency with Osaka. So my chances of going to Kyoto the rest of this trip pretty much look like it's out of order. But would love to go to Kyoto. I want to go there so bad. Back to the video thing. So I went on a Disney cruise in 2019 with my wife, which is funny because now we have a daughter from that cruise. We went on a Disney cruise, and it was one of the best times we ever had. And not right after that moment, that's when we started making the channel. I would... Best trip on the channel that is available on the channel would be when I got to take my daughter to Disney World in August of this year, or last year. That for sure. Like, she was just so happy, entertained. She was adorable. She wore Mickey, the Minnie ears, and my son was just so happy. He actually went to the parks with me without my wife, which is the first time he's ever done that. He's always very much been a mama's boy, but like, he was ready to go with me, and I would have to say that was the best trip on the channel that I ever went on. We went around. We went to go get a bison burger, and then the rainstorm happened, and yeah, that's definitely it. Oh my god, look how stretched out. I think next time I do this, I'm going to put it on linear mode and not have it like fish out like this. So, plan is to go home. Oh, for Ken, if he's still here, Ken, I downloaded the massive Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 model, or whatever it is now, and I have been playing it, but unfortunately I have a keyboard. So, the controls on the keyboard are not very good. But I have been like working on it. So it's not like I'm just talking about it. Like, I want to get the actual controls, the throttle controls and all that, so I can do that. And then, people do like the ATC thing, and there's some work I need to do, right? Obviously I haven't done it in a while. It's been almost 2 years exactly since the last time I went to a ground school class. So yes, still planning on going back to flight school. I've already gotten that far with it, and then you got people like awesome Ken over here who still keeps in contact with you many years later. Do I still want to build my own RV-10? Van's RV-10? Yes, I do. Does my wife think it's feasible? No. But, you know, she also didn't think I could make a YouTube channel where people would watch. But what's up, everybody? I'm glad you guys are all here. This guy looks idiot. I'm watching myself being an idiot. Yeah, and I've actually met a couple pilots who it took them up to 6 years to get their license because life events happen, and obviously, as soon as my daughter was born, I was going to get right back into going to flight school, and then the pandemic hit, and then it went through the whole year, and then November hit, and now I'm in Japan. Like, I swear, I need to do something, and it needs to be like on me to go do it. I can't, you know. But yes, that is so realistic and so clean. I've actually flown it around where I'm staying right now. I took off from Haneda Airport in the flight simulator, and I flew it around where I'm staying right now in Yokosuka, and it was so cool because it looks like I'm here, even though I'm here. So I don't chase. So Cha Cha Real Smooth, you said my channel is highly underrated. I'm not doing what most people do, which is like I go to other channels and I'm saying, hey, nice channel, subscribe. I'm a new subscriber. Hope you guys continue to go to work. Check out mine. You know, I'm not baiting people into my channel. Either you like the channel and you find it, or you don't. I'm not going out of the way to like chase down the subscriber level. It definitely shows in views though. People do. To give you an idea, hold on, we'll pull this up. In 2020, we'll just use 2020 as a reference point because I did make videos through 2020. We had 19,300 views. So the videos are being watched. Now we'll go to 21, which is this year, and we're at 21,700, but we're only in the first 4 months of the year. So the subscriber number is whatever it is, right? I'm not saying you guys aren't awesome. But I'm not chasing just people to subscribe to the channel. I'm chasing you guys, the ones who actually enjoy the channel, who are there to watch as I grow and develop better programming abilities and / more confidence in myself. So I'm not super sad about the subscriber level, right? We've gained 2 just in this live feed. I don't know if that's from you guys watching the live feed or if that's just, you know, from the amount of views being watched, because in the last 3 hours we've had 70. We have had 72 people watch in the last 3 hours alone. So, people, if I can inspire you guys to, not inspire, but if I can show you guys places and things to do and you guys enjoy them, and then on top of that you learn something from it, then I think I feel like I did an awesome job, and that you guys learn from that. And I like to keep in contact with all you. You know, you guys all put the comments there. I talk to you. I know sometimes I hit that heart button. That's usually because I'm at work and I tend to forget because I don't have my phone at work. So occasionally when I'm not there, I can go out there and I'll read the message, and I just don't have time to hit it up. But I'm gonna stop doing that, and I'm actually gonna put a comment in there with you guys. You know, let's see. No better social distancing than 8,000 feet. Woo! Oh, man. The highest I've ever been is 5,000. So, you know. That was right before the massive storm of 2017 was supposed to hit Washington State. That was the last... I think that was the last time I flew. God, it's been that long? 2017 or 18? No. Oh, man. I have not flown since 2016. It's been 5 years. In October, it'll be 5 years. Man. Well, okay. But with me, I'm really trying not to come back here for work next year. Not that I hate the work here. It's, my daughter has grown a lot, and I missed out on a lot of it. Yeah, okay, so Yeah, but people do subscribe and people do view your channel on their recommended page. They don't support your channel. So I will never tell you that you need to go do something, right? I will never do something that I wouldn't do myself, or tell somebody to do something I wouldn't do myself. It's just from my like military time, right? I would never tell you to go over there and injure yourself. I will go do it before I allow you to do it. And I would never tell other people, you need to subscribe to my channel because you need to support it. If you guys want to support it, you guys are doing great. Just the fact that you're here right now, asking those questions, saying these things, you're supporting the channel already. That's all I need. Ken still supported me about being a pilot 6 years later, and that's amazing. You know, you make a community of people that you can always keep in contact with. When I created this channel, it was never about making all the money and doing all that stuff. It was just, I was already doing what everybody else was doing on YouTube. And I was like, well, that's cool. But then my son was the reason for the channel. He was the inspiration behind it all. He was just like, Dad, I want to make these too. And so I bought a camera, which is also not in this room. That's weird. And I tried to do it with a cell phone, and it was pretty horrifying. I actually have those videos on a backup hard drive. I might release one of those one day just so you can see. I had no idea what tears are coming down because it was horrible. Like, I had weird pitches in my voice. I was like, "Hi, everybody." I was laughing so hard most of the time because I just knew that. And then on a cell phone, I didn't know how to edit, so I didn't have editing software or anything. I was just piecing it together through whatever was available, and I looked like an idiot. And it was great. I had fun, though, and that's the key thing, right? It's all about having fun. So this weekend I plan on doing Tokyo and Shibuya and all that stuff, and then after that, on Monday, my plan is Monday. Hopefully it's not too busy. I'm gonna go to the Ramen Museum in Yokohama. So we went to the Cup Noodle Museum, and now I'm gonna go to the Ramen Museum. Ramen Museum is a bit different. It's more food based, but it's like a cool old style looking area. It's been under refurbishment the entire time I've been here, and they said that on their website they're opening April 17th. Oh my. Yes, the capsule hotel. That was so. I felt a little awkward because I've never done something like that before, and that's right. So that's why I was trying to mention like the cell phone videos from the very beginning. Super awkward. I didn't know about holding the phone sideways, not straight up and down. There was a lot of learning to it, but I felt like I did all right on the capsule hotel. I definitely have more confidence next time I go to one. I'm gonna do is release it for entertainment. Yeah, pretty much, right? So it's not informational at all. Originally, my son wanted to start this channel as a pew pew channel because we have pew channels, and that's how I started. And then he didn't want to do that anymore, and I was like, "Well, buddy, what do you want to do?" And he was like, "Let's just go to Hawaii and make videos." And I was like, "Well, that's kind of what we do." So yeah, okay. So yeah, the original point of the channel was to have videos of me and my son practice targeting. Yes, I definitely I have advanced past the I'm scared of everything that happens around me. Japan has definitely been a big help for that, walking around. I used to always, when I first started, every time I held my camera out, if somebody looked at me, I put the camera down. It was very nerve-wracking, right? Because I didn't know if I was doing something wrong. Right? You kind of just like, oh, everybody's staring at me. Then eventually you realize everybody's just staring at you anyways, even if you're not holding the camera up. Even if you just have a camera on you, people are just like, ooh, what are they doing with that? So I've definitely developed a lot of confidence in myself, and just people are going to look at you no matter what. Is it true the CEO of XRP and the CEO of Coinbase said that Bitcoin will reach the level of near GERD? I cannot. I have not really been looking into Coinbase lately. It's a very specific question. I like it. Unfortunately, I haven't actually been looking at any Coinbase lately. It got kind of quiet. The news kind of died off. There's a lot of talk about Dogecoin again because it went back from 6 cents back to 8 cents. So now they're wondering if there's either a pump and dump, which is stock terms, or is it actually going to rise? I don't know. I'm not an advisor for coin at all. I just read what's going on, and I like to stay informed. That's what I do, right? So, at 3.7% in value on 3.7. Now you got me question like my math up here in my head on it. 3.7 out of what is that? So 3.7. 3 times. I mean, that's possible. All Elon Musk has to say is something, to the moon and back, right? He has before, and coin jumps every time. So, with all the companies coming online and everything, I see Bitcoin still raising in value, but I see there's going to be a lot more hoarders who will hold on to it. But that's just what I think is going to happen. I feel like people are going to hold on to it until it hits like 100,000, and then they'll cash out, right? Because nothing like cashing out 3 coins and buying your own house. Of course, there's taxes and stuff, but I'm not getting into that. Like I said, it's been a lot of learning, a lot of hey man. Yeah, this went on a lot longer than I expected. I didn't expect this many people to show up, so that's pretty awesome. Thank you again, Return of the Pokemaster, one of my big supporters out there. He's been super helpful with everything. And you guys have a good night. I only plan on doing this for like 45 minutes. We definitely beat that time. But I love all the questions, and I love answering anything you have. If you guys ever have questions and you watch a video, go ahead and throw a comment in there. And like I said, I'll try to respond to them a lot more. I never got into Coinbase, by the way. I stayed with stocks. I trade in the penny market, but like 0.0001. So, but now E-Trade has a bunch of restrictions on trading those, so I haven't been trading a whole lot. I did buy AMC back when they went from like $4 to $13, made on that, but that was luck. What do I do in my spare time? Research. If like, here's a map of Tokyo. I know you guys can't probably see it, but this is Tokyo. I zoom in and see, okay, here's Tokyo Tower. What's near Tokyo Tower? Look, it says Zojo Jai Temple. There's a temple right there next to, okay, so I look at that and I'm like, okay, so we can go to Tokyo Tower, and on top of that, there's like, what is that, 3 temples? There's 3 temples in that area. Okay, cool. So where can I go after that? Same day, I need to figure out where else, because I gotta make it count, just to take the train there from where I'm at right now, right? So this is also about cost effectiveness, right? That's a big deal to me, because I want to spend money on anything. We're looking at $9.10 for one train ride. So we'll just say round up to $9. $9 just to get there, right? So I need to do as much as I can in that area. And then how far do I have to go? Can I walk, or do I need to... Ooh, what is this place? See? What is this? Oh, it's closed. It's a beautiful park. What? Oh, I've been to this park before. Jeez. So I'll look at that. Okay, there's Tokyo Tower. How far is that to Shibuya? Can I walk there without having to pay for it? Or, or do I need to take another train? Because there's nothing that takes you from Tokyo Tower over. If you look at the train routes, you'll have to connect somewhere. So, and what I'll do is I'll like, okay, if I walk there, what can I walk by? Oh, look at that. We can walk by the Russian embassy right there. And it was International House of Japan. The Russian embassy sounds pretty cool. I walked by the Russian embassy before. That was interesting. I was with another guy. But on that walk, we also ran into what was called the what is the word I'm looking for? The Russian Embassy, Tokyo. Oh, Vashon Island Bar and Grill. There's a restaurant in Japan that looks identical to the Vashon Island Bar and Grill in Japan. So I sit here and I do research, and then I do these things like, okay, so we're live right now. All right, I noticed that YouTubers always have these clear, clean videos. Obviously, it's clear and clean right now. We're not moving, and on top of that, I have like 97 down and upload speeds. So it's a very clear picture. But how can we do that while we're walking around? And now that's when I found Live U Solo, which is a wireless system that allows you to have multiple signals come in, so we have a constantly good stream. Okay, now let's move on from there. Now, I figured that out, but I need 1,000 subscribers and all that other good stuff for YouTube to work on that. Okay, next. What am I doing wrong in my videos? Am I not adding the proper tags? All that stuff. So now I'm doing YouTube research. And then when I'm not doing all that, I'm planning my next vacation. So my time is literally just constantly read, learn, do more, do that. And contact my family, of course, and say, good morning to them, good night. So it's just a constant go. Obviously, I love all the Japan stuff, but I learned where I got this. I learned that from another person I was talking to. Hold on a second, you got me? Okay. Motegi Honda Museum. Oh. Where's that at? Motegi Honda. Please stand by. Okay, we're good. I gotta look at this real quick. Okay, Honda collection is out here. How do we get there? I talked about going to Honda multiple times while I've been out here, and I never even looked at it. Okay. Look at that. How much are we looking here? We're looking at $60 one way. So it's gonna be costing me $60 just to get there. Let's see, and then, is that a bus? And then I need to take a bus from Midatoki. And then I gotta go here. See, it's not just as simple as like, I gotta look at a map. This is the process that you're actually seeing me live, what the process is for me to even find out if I'm allowed to go there and how much it costs. And let's see what prefecture that's in. Let's see. And unfortunately for me, no, I cannot go to the Honda Hall because it is off limits to me. There we go. That's the process I have to go through whenever I look at a place. I have to look up the location, find out how much it's going to cost, and then find out if it's off limits to me or not. And as of right now, it is currently off limits to me. But that looked so cool. Just like looking at the couple of pictures of that hall, like what you just mentioned, Mr. Kistler. That is so cool. One, being a big fan of Honda, I have a Honda Civic from Japan, 92, 4-door. My wife has a Honda Ridgeline. I have another 94 Honda Civic EX 4-door. And then I have another Honda Civic 92 4-door. I have quite a few Hondas, and I have a Honda pressure washer, and yeah, so you can tell I'm kind of a Honda person. It's just the one I like, like that, like Integra Type R right there, and then like the EK Type R right there. That would be so cool to see, like original car. But again, there's a lot of restrictions all the time with my job. Maybe shorts could help. I haven't learned a whole lot about the shorts yet. I'm not exactly what those are about. I will do my research on those since you mentioned it and look into them. I know a couple people I've watched have been doing shorts, and maybe that's the future, right? And we'll look into that. Well, your channel is called Ron on the Go. Well, that's because, as my wife said, you never can just sit down and just chill. You always have to be looking at the next thing, the next do this, do that. And it drives her insane. So yes, I am Ron on the Go. And maybe one day I won't be Ron on the Go. No, I'm just joking. Well, as tradition goes, if you watch my channel enough, I have not eaten today. I've been up since 6 a.m.-ish time frame, and I should eat now. It's pretty normal for me to not eat. It's not concerning. My wife, it drives her crazy because she's hungry, but I'm not. I get distracted. I read things. I do things. I thought about the TikTok thing. Everybody's on TikTok. I watch TikTok occasionally. I'm looking into it. Like I said, there's some things that I just haven't gone out of my way for. Let's see. Yeah, and let's see. So I'm looking at the other options, right? Because I've tried the Facebook advertisement thing because they had here's a free $20 credit. So I tried that out, and it didn't really work. I think I got a couple. The giveaway was a big one, which, by the way, was super fun. I used Gleam.io for it, and you sign up. It's a name and email address, and then I'll email you if it's selected. It was super easy. Oh, what just happened? I lost you guys. Now. Uh-oh. I think I lost it. Either way, oh, that's Shibuya. What's up, Shibuya? There it is. Are we back? Okay, we're back. I use Gleam.io because it's simple. Right? I don't have any of your information. The only thing it allows me to see is your email address if it's selected you as a winner. So I feel like for a privacy reason, that's a pretty awesome option. But like I said, try the Facebook advertising thing. It puts it out there. It was free. They just $20 of free credit, so I gave it a shot. I'm not sure if it worked or not, but still fun to do. I feel the free market people paid more attention to the advertising market. But it is time for me to go eat. I still have 5 hours until I even go to work. Maybe I'll go out and do something. I will figure something out. The schedule for me just feels really weird because it's only been the second day. But thanks everybody for watching. I'm glad you guys were able here to join and watch me blabber on about whatever the heck I'm doing next and what we will be experiencing in the future. Like I said, there's a lot coming up this year. But after I leave Japan, the consistency might be coming every other day more than there would be every day.
Oh, getting to 1K is such a struggle over the few years.
Yes, YouTube is a tough place to do, but I love a challenge. And that's why I love that Nagata trip, because it was a challenge. I knew that going there, coming back, and going to work the next day was going to be a challenge. But I love it. Just like I love challenges. So if you guys have crazy idea challenges, I watched Adam the Woo do the 4 Mountain Challenge at Disneyland, which you have to ride Space Mountain, wow. Matterhorn bobsled, and then Big Thunder Mountain. And he did it in 57 minutes. So I decided that's what I want to do. I literally went to Disneyland that day for one purpose, and that was to complete the 4 Mountain Challenge in under an hour at 51 minutes. I love challenges. I love like time based. Like you got to go now. You got to be there this time. Yeah, that was pretty cool. And I believe, according not 100% sure, that I hold the current time of 51 minutes. Because you got to think like small world. Wow, I said small world. I mean, Splash Mountain is 10 minutes. Space, Big Thunder, and Matterhorn are all 9, right? So you have 19 minutes right there. Plus you have wait time of whatever it is for line. So you utilize a single pass holder, single rider lines, and I was able to complete it in 51 minutes, and that's from the clock tower on Main Street all the way around and back to the clock tower on Main Street. So I love challenges. I love things like that. So if you guys ever have any cool ideas, let me know. Oh man, I gotta go eat. All right. So thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Woo!